You might walk right into them, getting that sticky web all over your face and hair, wondering or hoping that the spider itself will not have crawled somewhere onto your body. These webs are irritating whenever they appear around your house and your yard, and I find the best way to get rid of them is by sweeping them away with a broom, which is exactly what I intended to do with the spider web that appeared on our back porch some time ago, after my wife Leslie and I had been away for several days. Until I got up close and took a good look at this particular web. I was so impressed that I was compelled to take a photograph, which I have shared with you today in today's bulletin. Have you ever seen anything in nature more perfect? Can you imagine how this tiny spider, making its home in the center of this web, constructed 30 to 35 concentric circles, bisected into approximately 25 equal pie-shaped pieces, coming together at the center of the spider's home, forming the lair in which it would trap its food. I was so impressed that I had to photograph the web and send it to many relatives and friends. I titled my photograph, God's Handiwork. Barbara Brown Taylor, one of my friends to whom I sent the photo, dubbed it the sacred web, and reminded me how God's miracles are there for everywhere, for those with eyes to see. My thanks to Barbara Brown Taylor for giving me the title of my sermon today, and my thanks for the reminder of how God reveals God's self in the commonplaces of our lives. We need only have the eyes to see. When was the last time you came upon a spider web and considered it as sacred? When was the last time that you thought to preserve a spider web for the godliness it represents? When was the last time your eyes were open to the commonplace beauty of God which surrounds us every day? I suspect each one of you has reveled in the beauty of the sunset, a starry sky, a full moon, a luxurious garden. But there is so much more for us to observe, if only we have the eyes to see. But unfortunately, somehow things get in our way and either obstruct our vision or distract it to a subject less rewarding. Just as occurred in the days of the prophet Jeremiah, where God's power as creator of all that surrounds us was not acknowledged by the people of Israel, and where it was therefore written in Jeremiah chapter 5, "Hear this, O foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but do not see, who have ears but do not hear. They do not say in their hearts, let us fear the Lord our God, who gives the rain in its season, the autumn rain and the spring rain, and keeps for us the weeks appointed in the harvest. Your iniquities have turned those away, and your sins have deprived you of good." The Bible, my friends, is replete with such references. In Psalms chapter 115, verses 4 through 7, we read that the idols of the people are silver and gold, the work of human hands, because they have eyes but do not see. In Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 2, we read, "Mortal, you are living in the midst of a rebellious house who have eyes but do not see." And in Isaiah 6, 9 through 10, we hear the voice of the Lord exclaiming that his people keep looking, but they do not understand. Finally, in Matthew, which we just read, it is said of the people, "You will indeed listen, but never understand, and you will indeed look, but never perceive. For this people's heart has grown dull, and they have shut their eyes so that they might not look with their eyes or understand with their heart." Now, all of these passages are speaking of faith, or the lack of people whose idols are described as silver and gold, who worship the work not credit God for the rain and the harvest, whose hearts have grown dull, who have shut their eyes so that they might not look with their eyes. Friends, I too speak of faith when I speak of those with eyes to see. How can one not have faith if one's eyes are truly open to the miracles that surround us every day? As, for example, this spider web, and the tiny spider which from its little body wove this giant web. If we do not have the eyes to see this miracle, then I submit that, as has been stated throughout the Old and New Testaments, that our hearts have grown dull, that we have shut our eyes, that silver and gold and that which it can buy and that which it represents can become a greater priority in our life, and that although we have eyes, we do not see. Barbara Brown Taylor, named by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people in the world, and who has previously been acclaimed as one of the 12 most effective preachers in the English-speaking world, had addressed this topic in her book, An Altar in the World, which I commend to each of you for reading. In the book, she reveals how to see the sacred in our everyday lives. One of these ways, she says, is to pay attention. The practice of paying attention, she says, takes time. Most of us move so quickly that our surroundings become no more than the blurred scenery that we fly past on the way to somewhere else, she says. We pay attention to the speedometer, the wristwatch, the cell phone, and the list of all the things that we have to do. No one, she says, has time to lie on the deck watching the stars, or to wonder how one's hand came to be, or to see the soul of a stranger walking by. The artist, Georgia O'Keeffe, who became famous for her sensuous paintings of flowers, explained her success by saying, in a way, nobody sees the flower, really. It is so small, we haven't the time. And to see takes time. Friends, those who have eyes to see take the time to see. That is important. And in order to take the time to see, it is important that from time to time we take our eyes off of those things which occupy our time, which keep us from seeing the miracles that surround us every day. I'm reminded of a t-shirt I saw in a store in Canada, which I wish I had purchased, but I didn't. It said, let's go someplace really cool this weekend and stare at our cell phones. You laugh. But, oh, how true it is, and how unfortunate that our vision of the world around us is blurred by such distractions. Distractions which cause us to take our eyes off the road in more ways than one. It's my belief that if we can discipline ourselves to rid ourselves of distractions which prevent us from seeing, if we open our eyes to see the miracles that surround us every day, we will have eyes to see the extraordinary that we may have never noticed before. I know that there are those of us of you here who have experienced such miracles. And I know also that to see and experience those miracles, you first have to have the eyes to see, as well as the heart and the faith to believe. Jesus said, consider the lilies of the field. They neither toil nor spin, yet not even Solomon in all his glory was arrayed like one of these. This is one of my favorite biblical passages, one that I turn to again and again to bolster my faith. Yet it was not until I reflected upon this verse in preparation for this sermon that I understood what was previously a hidden message in this verse, at least hidden to me. I have always interpreted this passage as a parable of faith, of how God will always provide for us, as God words which say, "Consider the lilies." These 3 words emphasize the importance of taking the time to consider, to take the time to reflect, to reverently study God's creation, God's wonders, to take the time to see. Taking the time to see, I believe, is an essential element of our faith. And I submit we cannot have eyes to see until we take the time to do so. To take a break from our hurried pace, to avert our gaze from the earthly treasures we seek and the worldly goods for which we strive to focus, rather than on God's treasures, which are there for us to enjoy from day to day. If only we have the eyes to see. I'm often reminded how we ignore the importance of taking the time to truly see, of how we often fail to consider the lilies and the glory which surrounds us. My wife and I recently returned from a trip to Europe where we visited Prague, Vienna, Budapest, Amsterdam, and other beautiful cities along the Danube and Rhine rivers. While in Budapest, we took a tour of that beautiful city on the open deck of a double-decker bus, which allowed us to hop on and off at various sites throughout Budapest. In front of us on the bus, I noticed a young couple who were very affectionate towards each other, seemingly enjoying the cool breeze in this open-air bus on this gorgeous sunny day. The couple got off the bus at one of the same stops as my wife and I, and when we returned from our visit to a site along the way, they had also returned and were ready to board the bus, as were we. There were 2 buses waiting. The first was an enclosed bus. The second was the open-air bus on which we had been riding. We had the choice of taking either bus. The enclosed bus was leaving right away. The open-air bus would not leave for another 15 minutes. The couple who had been sitting in front of us on the tour began discussing which bus to take. The wife, obviously anxious to resume her tour immediately, told the man, who I assume was her husband, that she wanted to take the enclosed bus. The man suggested that 15 minutes was not that long to wait, that it was such a beautiful day that they should take the open-air bus. The wife responded rather firmly that she couldn't believe he wanted to take the bus, which left 15 minutes later, so he could feel the wind blow through his hair. Well, he lost the argument. And as we boarded the closed-in bus, which was leaving right away, the bus which the people that we were with wanted to ride, I looked at the gentleman and said not a word, but I smiled at him in empathy. He smiled back at me and said, "I've learned to pick my fights." Obviously, this was not a fight he wanted to pick. But what a shame that so often all of us elect to take the fastest bus. And in an effort to save time, in an effort to get on to wherever we want to be next, we do not take the time to see, and we therefore miss the opportunity to experience God's gifts, God's miracles, if you will. If we are to have the eyes to see, my friends, it is also important that in addition to taking the time to see, that we have the heart to see. For clearly, if our hearts are not open, no matter how wide we open our eyes, we will not see. You may have noticed in the biblical passages I referenced earlier that in addition to mentioning the importance of having eyes to see, the importance of having the heart to see was also mentioned. Anne Lamott, in her book, Traveling Mercies, writes of an experience she had in her bedroom in the midst of a depressed state of mind when she was seeking more for her life than what life was offering her at the time. She wrote, "After a while, as I lay there, I became aware of someone with me, hunkered down in the corner. After a while, I knew beyond a doubt that it was Jesus. I felt him just sitting there on his haunches in the corner of my sleeping loft, watching me with patience and love. And I squinted my eyes shut. But that didn't help, because that's not what I was seeing him with. Anna Lot had eyes to see, but it was not with her eyes that she was seeing. It was with her heart and through her faith. Some might argue that what she saw was a figment of her imagination, but clearly it was not to her. And as a result, what she saw changed her life. I submit, your life and mine can also be changed if we will allow ourselves the time and the opportunity to see, not only with our eyes, but with our hearts. Allow me to conclude with a story some of you have heard me tell before, but which I believe bears repeating because it demonstrates what can happen when our eyes and our hearts are open to God's miracles. A young mother was awakened one night for a reason she could not explain. She sat up in her bed to look around, for she felt there was something strange in the hallway outside her daughter's bedroom. She saw something in the hallway, but she could not make it out. Like Anne Lamott, she squinted her eyes, then rubbed them, but what she saw did not go away. It just hovered outside her daughter's bedroom. She went back to sleep, but when she woke up, the vision she had seen outside her daughter's bedroom, a vision which she later described as an angel, was gone. But it did not leave her mind. She was bothered by it, so first thing in the morning, she canceled the tennis game she had scheduled and canceled the sitter that she had arranged to stay with her daughter. Suddenly, her daughter, just 3 months old, became very sick. The mother immediately rushed her daughter to the hospital, where after some testing, she was diagnosed with bacterial spinal meningitis, an often deadly disease, and more often than not, a disease which leaves its victims with permanent mental or physical disabilities. Because of this mother's quick response, her daughter's life was not only spared, but she had no lasting effects from this normally devastating disease. Had the mother's eyes not been opened to what she had seen from her bed that night, she would not have stayed home and would not have been there to take care of her daughter, who has grown into a beautiful young lady with a family of her own to watch over her, just as her mother did her. And as does her mother, she too has eyes to see. Friends, my spider web is gone now. I had intended to save my little miracle for as long as I could, to share it with others and to observe the activities of the spider in its web. But the next day it was gone, swept away by the yardmen who were doing what they do best, keeping my yard clean and neat. But there would be more miracles, I thought, if only I pay attention. If only I use my heart and my faith as well as my eyes. If only I have the eyes to see. Amen. Let us now join together in hymn number 4.